An electric shock occurs when a person comes into contact with an electrical energy source. Electrical energy flows through a portion of the body causing a shock. Exposure to electrical energy may result in no injury at all or may result in a major damage or death. Here I am explaining different scenarios where you come in contact with electricity and what happens at that time. We can start the discussion by explaining human body resistance. Ear-to-ear resistance come around 100 ohm for dry skin, and less than 100 ohm for wet skin. Hand-to-hand resistance come around 100 kΩ for dry skin, and 1000 ohm for wet skin. Head-to-foot resistance come around 600 kΩ for dry skin, and 10 kΩ for wet skin. Now we will look at the effect of electric current on human body. Effect of electric current on human body is very interesting. Let's look at it. For a current up to 1 mA, body feels kind of vibration, called tingling sensation. For a current up to 15 mA, body feels extreme pain, and the muscles starts contracting. For a current up to 300 mA, severe hear disturbance occurs. For a current up to 1 A, permanent damage or death occurs. Now I am explaining different scenarios of electric shock. First scenario is, a person accidentally touches a live phase wire, standing on earth barefoot, which means, without a chapel or footwear. Here, I am considering a single-phase system, and a person is standing on earth. As we know, in single-phase system, neutral is always connected to earth, so when a person standing on earth, his foot and neutral wire is, at the same potential. So when he touches the wire, there will be a flow of current through his body, earth, neutral, and phase wire. Now, we shall look at the equivalent circuit of this condition. Here, the person is replaced by his body resistance, and this value will come around 100 kΩ. So, for a 230-volt, single-phase supply, total current would be 230 divided by 100 kΩ, and that value is 2.3 mA, and this value of current is not that dangerous, and the person will feel kind of vibration when he touches. Now, we are considering another scenario, where a person standing on earth, with footwear. Under this situation, the footwear provides large value of resistance to the flow of current. So the person would be safe, and will not feel any shock. Now, when we look at the equivalent circuit, there will be an additional resistance of 1 megaohm, which is offered by the footwear. So the current will be 230 volt divided by 1100 kΩ, and that is only 0.2 mA, and this value is not dangerous for human body. Now, we will look at another situation, where the person standing on rubber mat, which acts like an insulator. Here, the insulator, which provides large value of resistance, and opposes the flow of current. So the person will not feel any electric shock. Now, when we look at the equivalent circuit, there will be an additional resistance of 1 megaohm, which is offered by the mat. So the current will be 230 volt divided by 1100 kΩ, and that is only 0.2 mA, and this value is not dangerous for human body. Now we will see what happens when a person touches live neutral wire. Here the person is standing on earth barefoot. When he touches the neutral wire, since both his leg and hand are at the same potential, there won't be any flow of current, and this is safe situation. Now we will look at the one of the most dangerous situation, where a person touches a phase wire with one hand, and a neutral wire with the other hand. Since hand-to-hand resistance is very small, there will be a huge flow of current, and the person will suffer severe injuries. Here the body resistance is only 20 kΩ. So, for a 230-volt, single-phase supply, total current would be 230 divided by 20 kΩ, and that value is 11 mA. This value is very dangerous, and the person feel extreme pain. Now, consider another situation, where a person is hanging on a phase wire. Here it is very clear that there is no path for the current to flow, so the person will not feel any shock, and he is safe. So the equivalent circuit is something look like this. The circuit is not closed, and hence, no current flow. Now consider this situation, where person is hanging on phase wire, with two hands. Here, both his hands are at the same potential, so there is no potential difference between these 2 points, hence no current flow, and therefore the person is safe. So this is the equivalent circuit, and the voltage across the body is 0. And hence, the current is also 0. Now look at this situation, where a bird is just staying on phase wire. Consider a bird sitting on live phase wire, as you see here. Since his legs are at the same potential, the bird will not feel shock, and he is safe. Now when the bird touches both phase and neutral wire together, there will be huge flow of current, and the bird will die, eventually. What happens when live phase wire fall in a pond? Will fish in the pond get shock? We will see that now. Two things to be noted here. Normally water does not conduct electricity, so fishes can move easily, without any issue. But if salt content of water is more, then its resistivity decreases, and it starts conducting. So the fishes will feel difficult to move in the water. But a dangerous situation comes, when fish come in contact with the phase wire and earth together, so huge current will flow, and fish die soon.